Hey everyone, I'm back with more March Madness, where we'll be going through exercises 11 through 15 in the original Mat Pilates series. This is the Benniebar Pilates studio. If you want to take a look at the individual exercises, one each day, you can see my March Madness videos here, where from last year I did one exercise every single day. The first exercise here is the saw. Make sure here that the twisting motion through the spine happens before the reach forward. This exercise is like a combination of the spine twist and the spine stretch. Legs are wide, about mat width, and you want to sit up nice and tall through the spine and make sure that you're not slouching at the top, and then twist and reach. Imagine that your pinky finger is cutting off the pinky toe as you reach the hand beyond the foot. Moving now into a prone position on the stomach for the next 3 exercises, beginning with the swan dive. Remember to have the shoulders rolled down and away from the ears and a nice long neck of a swan. Be rounded through the low back, and if you'd like to learn beginner variations and how to progress through this exercise, check out my link right here for how to do the swan dive. Moving next into the one leg kick or the single leg kick. You're gonna have your elbows underneath your shoulders, your arms your hands coming together and clasping here. This is one variation of flexing the foot and then pointing the foot. Really important with this exercise here for your pubic bone to be pressing down into the mat. You should feel resistance when you kick that leg back. When your pelvis is in the proper position, you shouldn't be able to lift and float your legs up and away. Keep your chest nice and lifted. Moving next into the double leg kick, or as Joseph Pilates called it, simply the double kick. We're gonna have the hands interlaced. So when we lower down head, neck, and shoulders, they come palms facing up onto our low back. And then we lift and reach the hands back and away, opening up through the chest and stretching back. Now when the chest comes down, the legs lift and kick towards the buttocks for 3 pulses and then reach out. The legs remain floating throughout the exercise rather than laying down on the mat. They're always active and engaged. This is a Pilates exercise that involves a lot of coordination, and there's a lot of different elements to think about. So I generally teach people this by breaking down the upper body first, then the lower body, and putting the two together. The upper body is working and doing something different than the lower body, so it's a lot to draw together and a lot of different elements to think about. We want to inhale as we lift up through the chest, lower down, and exhale for those 3 kicks, and then inhale, lift. A lot of things going on that we need to learn to tie together with the breath. Now moving back to a seated position, the final exercise number 15 is the neck pull. So this is like an advanced variation of the roll up. Rather than the arms reaching straight out, they come behind the head and the elbows out wide. It's that same rolling motion through the spine, but we add a few elements like this hinge back, where we straight hinge back to a certain point and then continue rolling down through the spine. Also, when we come forward, we come all the way forward down towards the legs and then lift up tall through the spine and roll back down. This becomes much more challenging on the abdominals because of the positioning of the hands and the extra elements that we add to it. Thank you so much for joining me in this studio today. March is a great time to be focused on learning the classical Mat Pilates exercises, and this month I'm focusing on that original sequence. You can check out my channel for more Mat Pilates, Barre, and Pilates springboard right here. Also, if you'd like to learn more in depth with me, you can join me on Patreon. For my Mat Pilates tier, you can learn each individual mat exercise, how to learn and perform it from a beginner level to an advanced and intermediate, and all the interworkings of the exercises, how they work, and how you can utilize them in your mat exercises. Also, you can join me for barre classes there and springboard Pilates. If you find this material useful, I'm going to insert all those things that YouTubers say, like, share, comment, all those things to keep this channel going. And in the meantime, here are some other videos that you might like.